That very possibly close to a personal best, if not a personal best, but you can't get any closer than that. 12,000 point run, finals of a world championship. First guy off the dock, Gus. That takes a lot to be the first guy off the dock. You got to set the pace. You know that you're not seeded the highest going in. 12,230 point run. But right now, we have in the water from Team Australia, Keenan Derry, capable of getting right out there in that 12,000 point range also. You got to be quiet. There's the go call. Keenan Derry. Up and outside the wake. Going to do the toe start coming in. There's the toe start. Nice and easy. He's coming in the course frontwards. There's the first trick. It's the 5 to the back. Here's the 5 to the front. This is the reverse 5 to the back. 5 to the front. Just like Ben, he is right on top of it. Straight into a line 3. What are we looking at? Reverse line 3. Nice and clean. 1 foot turn to the back, turn to the front. Stand-up run for Keenan Derry. Amazing.
Yeah, he looked pretty happy with that. He skied everything he wanted to ski, and I thought he skied it all really clean in time. The buzzer went off when he quit tricking. So,
wow, that was just amazing. Yeah. Just like Ben Groen, that was the flawless turns there. Do we got Ben Groen down in the start dock area somewhere? Brett Sands, can we get a little interview with Ben?
Sure can, Richard. Let me find him, mate. Is Benny around? Here he is. Come on up, Benny. That was insane, mate. You added a couple of thousand points to that first round score. Was that a max pass there, or did you miss something in that run? And that second line 3 there, mate, coming to the front, dude, strong as a bull.
Yeah, no, thanks, Sansi. That line 3 coming back there was going to be a 5. Just kind of got cocked up coming around to the front, so I thought stop it there, save it, take the points on a 3, and just put a score up.
Yeah, that was awesome, mate. I could see in that first round how smooth and clean you were, and you just missed it there. And I'm not one bit surprised. When you went down on that first pass, I said to the guys that was probably the cleanest, smoothest run of the tournament. You know what I mean? Just like the way you went about it. You were tricking quick, but it looked like it was in slow-mo. You must have felt just awesome out there today, mate.
Yeah, no, going down, I felt really good. Everything felt in control. Coming back was a bit more of a rescue. I was always kind of trying to catch back up to myself and get back in line. But I skied the pass back. I had the handle at both ends, which is what I wanted. And now it's going to be up to these big dogs to put something up.
Yeah, 12,200 points, mate. It's going to take some ice going through these boys' veins. You know what they're like behind you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Groen, one of our ambassadors for the sport, our skiers rep, super good guy. We've got to keep him around forever. Put your hands together, Team New Zealand. Thanks, Benny.
Cheers, Sansi. Thanks, everyone.
All right, Brett, we got a provisional score for Keenan Derry, 6,200 points. So he's positioning himself to go up in that 12,000 point range also.
Yeah, Keenan's runs, I think it's around, I don't know whether he's going to do the real big run today. He's got 2, but he's definitely I think he's going to try and get into that 12 to 13 range, and he's obviously halfway there, but he needs a stand-up pass here, and he really needs to nail this to get himself back in the overall, and then try and knock Benny off that gold medal spot. Here he comes.
Here he comes, the back deep, the other end of the course. Be looking for some multiple turns to start the run off, some staple tricks for Keenan. Coming in backwards. Here he is. First trick. He's got the back-to-back. Oh, he just fell. He's still hanging on. He's hanging on. He's going into the line step 3. Out of sorts. He's not on top of it now. Doing 4 turns. Here's a front-to-front 3. Skiing in. Keenan Derry not going to be happy about that. He fell out of one of his very initial tricks. Let's give him a big round of applause for Keenan Derry.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It has the ability to rattle your mind when things don't go well early in the run. Sometimes hard to recover. And Richard, as you said, it looked like he just fought to get back into the flow of his run and just couldn't connect with it.
No, yeah, he's early in the pass, kind of got off balance, missed a trick, fell, tumbled up, losing time, and he's thinking probably, if I'm not hitting my 12, I'm probably not going to make it. A few more tricks in and just, slowed him down, and he was probably thinking maybe I'm out of the game. So that's a total score 8,400 points, 8,400 for Keenan Derry, 8,400.
Yeah, it does. It puts a little pressure on you watching a guy like Ben Groen come out, ski a personal all-time best 12,230, which I believe is probably a Atlantic Oceanic record that he probably just posted as well. So it's tough. It's tough. You don't, he comes out and skis 10,000. You think you can be comfortable, and then you see him put up 12,000 plus right out of the gate. You know you got to push yourself hard if you want to be on the podium when your first guy off the dock goes to that level.
No, I know he's not going to be, you'd be disappointed with that run, but Keenan's having a great tournament, posting these huge slalom scores. He's positioning himself to be, the gold medal jumper. Disappointed, but I know Keenan, he'll shake it off. He'll get back in the game with the slalom coming up, and especially that jump event where he is seated right near the top.
I'm waiting for that Ben Groen 12,000 plus score to hit the overall. He's going to shuffle up pretty nicely, I think, with that. And Keith St. Ange right here needing to ski what he's capable of skiing in this event to take over that one spot in the overall.
Yeah, Keith St. Ange, he's the elder here in this event. He's got the experience. He's skied at more world championships probably than most of these. I know Dave Small's right with him. But Keith St. Ange, world record holder many times. World trick champion. On the dock now, Team USA, Keith St. Ange. Getting in the water there. There's the go call. So Keith St. Ange coming in. He's got his eye on a 13,000 point run to get himself in the pole position. There's the toe start, nice and clean. First trick's going to be a toe turn to the back. There it is, toe back, toe front, nice and clean. Going into the 5 to the back. This is the 5 to the front, 5 to the back, reverse 5 to the front, nice and clean. 1 foot turn to the back, 1 foot turn to the front. Turn to the back, turn to the front, tick-tocking the side slide, stood up his first pass.
Yeah, that's solid. That's that 540 package we talked about. We see that a lot here. A lot of skiers choose to put that into their runs. It's nice, seems to have a nice flow about it and some really good points. So it's a popular one for the top skiers, and both you'll see Ash Kate do it. But boy, Keith did a beautiful job executing those 4 540s.
Yeah, that's a 3,200 point little package of tricks there. We'll see if Brett Sands has got any skiers down there. Brett, you down at the start dock? You got Keenan Derry with you?
Yeah, I got Keenan here, Rich. Very disappointed, of course. He knew that was his tournament as well. I know you were going for that big run, Key. What was happening out there, mate? You look really good on your first run, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, Sandsy. That first pass, I was feeling really good, skated out, and I was super pumped to come back for that second pass. And, that first turn just missed the handle, and it is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm guessing was it going to be a back 7, that one?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. From here, I couldn't tell whether it was going to be back 7, but I knew you missed the handle and got flicked to the front, mate. You've still got, you're only 20 years old, mate. You've got the world in front of you. You've got to take this in stride and just move forward. You've got a slalom and jump gold medal to go for today, mate. You could come home with a couple of golds yet. It's not over, mate. Now you can really the pressure's off a little bit in a roundabout way, and you can just lace out on these other 2 events, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that, Sands.
Keenan Derry, everyone. Australia's very, very best. He'll be back. We'll see him in 2020 on his home turf in Sydney.
That's a 5,400 point provisional score for Keith St. Ange. 5,400 on his first pass. He's got the 10-second call coming at him. Second pass. I think he's going to go upwards of that 12,000 point area. Very possible here, Gus. He's got the line turns. He's got that 1'3" that he comes in the gate with. He's done that in the first 2 rounds. He executes it very nicely. So I think you're going to see a big run out of Keith. That's 5,400 provisional score for Keith St. Ange. 5,400.
When I was watching that run there, I don't know what he got knocked on, but I think there was a couple of turns there, Rich, that I don't know whether he he grabbed that handle at the back enough, you know what I mean? He sort of tick-tock a couple of those 1-foot turns, or it might have been one of the multiples. But as I was watching it, I thought, ooh, it was quick. Here he comes.
They were very quick. I think that reverse set of 1-foot turns may have got knocked here. Coming in the course backwards, outside the wake, nice and solid. There he is with the 1-foot back-to-back 3. Here's the back-to-back 7. Reverse. No, he did a back-to-front, fell out of that 7. He's got the front-to-front 3. Line step 360 into the wake a bit, coming back out. Here's a reverse line 3. Time goes off. Step to the back, 1-foot hop. Out the back. Keith St. Ange, USA. I think he just got a little bobbled and off on his run there. But Keith St. Ange, USA, that's probably putting him in the number 2 position, I would say.
Well, we did get a final score for Benny Groen out of the judges' trailer, and they did knock it down almost 1,000 points. So we've got Ben Groen right now with 11,330 points. That's our high water mark for the finals at this point in time. We had a provisional 8,400 for Keenan Derry, but we haven't seen the final coming out of the trailer for that one. We'll see what we get for a provisional for Keith St. Ange here shortly.
Yeah, that run looked pretty good for Keith. I mean, he's got that the 1-foot 3 coming in the gate. I think it's worth 1,000 points right there. He's got his 7s that he did. He did 1-7, kind of fell out of the next 7. He's got 45-30. So he's got provisional score 9,930 for Keith St. Ange, 9,930. He probably did get knocked on a trick on the way down. On the way back, a little bit stumbled on that 1-7, and that would have brought him down a few more points.
Yeah, that's about 2,000 points off of what he skied consistently for both the preliminary and the semifinal round. He was over 11,000 points, high 11s. He did 11,750 in the preliminary, and 11,850 is what he put up in the semifinal. So not quite where we were, but here there's something going on here. You know, we saw Keenan Derry. He had 10,000 in 500 in his preliminary round, 92.50, but they've got him at 84 provisionally. So, you know, it's not the same thing here today at the finals as we saw in the preliminaries and semifinals at this point. Yeah, we did get a score in for Keenan Derry. 8,300 points is what the judges came out of the trailer with, 8,300.
Well, the rope's tightening up now. Here we got on the water the world record of 12,850 points from the United States. Jackson Gerard skiing in the junior division, but one of the top skiers obviously in the world record holder, looking to get that world gold medal in the men's division. There's the go call. Jackson Gerard coming in with the toe start. There it is. I think he's going to come in with some toe turns, I believe. There it is. He's loading up for the toe turn. That's toe back, toe front, nice and clean. Reverse toe back, toe front. Beautiful. The 1-foot turn to the back, turn to the front. There's the 5 to the back. The 5 to the front, the 5 to the back, no stopping here. The 5 to the front, beautifully executed, front to back, 1-foot reverse, stand-up pass, Jackson Gerard.
Yeah, that was hot right there. Jackson Gerard, his multiples are so fast. There's no way you can even see a hitch there. It's very continuous, and he stuck all those. The toe turns right out of the gate. That first toe turn, I love how he gets that in. He snaps that so fast, tries to beat the judge's starter on the timer with that, but he seems to be pretty darn healthy again today. Yesterday he had that shoulder thing going on that he skied a 14,050, set a pending world record in the juniors, and here he goes, man. Nice stand-up pass for the first run.
All right, Brett Sands down to the start dock.
Thanks, Rich. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, eh? I just had a little chat to Keith. We'll chat to him. Where is he? Keith St. Ange, is he around? I've lost him. Here's Keithy. Come up, Keith. So, get a little bit of insight on what happens out on the water. I think Keith heard what his score was on the first run from the judges, because they obviously come over the PA, and then that might have put a little bit of spin on what just played out there. How was it out there, Keith, and what happened down at that far end when you heard that score, mate?
Yeah, I was probing him pretty hard, just trying to get my score, because obviously I know I need to do 13 to catch up to Smallsy. And I stood up my run. I felt really good, and they came back and they gave me my provisional at, forgot exactly what it was, but anyway, long story short, I said, what did you cut me on? And they said your toe turns. It's something I've been struggling with for years. That's the way I learned toe turns years ago. I've been trying to change that rule, and they set a new rule in place that's been killing me over the years for all these big tournaments, and it got me there. So unfortunately, it is what it is. When I was down at the end, I knew I wanted to put a good run together to try to still medal and catch up to Benny Boy, and it just didn't go the way I wanted. So no problem.
Yeah, and I just watched Jackson's run there, and I reckon one of his was a little bit too, and I just heard the provisional score. He might have got cut as well, but you've had a great tournament, mate. This could possibly be your last Worlds in Open Men's. You've got a couple of world titles under your belt. Are we going to see you back in some form or way over the next few years?
I'm not going to call that shot right now. You never know. I'd like to stay in slalom if I could. I don't know if my body will take the jumping anymore. Jumping just kind of kicks my butt. I'm 40 years old now, so we'll see. We just got to give it some time and see what happens.
All right, here comes
Jackson.
Here we go,
Keith. Jackson Gerard coming in the course backwards. 56.50 first pass provisional score. 56.50. Here we go. The back-to-back 720. Reverse back-to-back 7. These are beautiful turns. Comes to the front. Line 3. Reverse line 3. He is on top of this run. Step to the back. Step to the front. Reverse step back. Step front. Man, he's tricking fast. Side slide. I think he had time left after all that. Jackson Gerard, beautiful stand-up pass, second run.
That is crazy, Richard. Even though he had a smaller first pass, Jackson can get more. But I'm just going to finish off with Keith here. Keith's been one of the greatest ambassadors of our sport, guys. 2006 and 2008 world or overall champion. He's stepping away from the big boys after this one, Keith, from the Barefoot community, mate. Don't go too far, but thank you for what you've done.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. It's been awesome. It's been a great career. I can't complain. So I'll still stay involved in the Barefoot, and we'll just, I don't know how much I'll be doing with the big boys in the future.
We're going to miss you out on the dock, mate, and you don't have to come back in slalom if you don't want to, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, Keith St. Ange.
Well, that was a big, big run. Provisional score again, 11,350 for Jackson Gerard, 11,350. And guess what's that score we got for Ben Groen out of the trailer?
You noticed that too, Richard. It's going to get crazy. That provisional score we just heard for Jackson Gerard is only 20 points higher than out of the trailer score for Ben Groen. So it's going to be really tight right there for the, right now these are the top two scores. So both those gentlemen are going to end up on the podium. We'll see if David decides to set the bar at the top of the podium here or what he's got in mind. But congratulations to Jackson Gerard and Ben Groen for making the podium. Can't say enough about Keith St. Ange. Wow, what a classy guy. I look back from the years when I was competing, and the last thing I would do is invite my competitors into my training room. And, the way he did that with David Small over the years and now Jackson Gerard, watching their skiing take off. But what a humble, gracious guy. I mean, such a class act. At the Worlds, went out or at the recent U.S. Nationals, took the overall title from Jackson by only 4 points out of 3,000, and he actually thanked Jackson for pushing him. And I would have been upset at the guy for giving me a cardiac condition, but wow, Keith St. Ange, class act guy.
So we got some scores out of the trailer now. Right before Dave Small goes off the dock, we got Keith St. Ange out of the trailer at 10,530. So it's a little higher than his provisional score out of the boat. So Keith's going to be happy with that. 10,530. Still the leader, Ben Groen, at 11,330. We've got David Small giving the go call, coming in backwards. It looks to us, based on provisional scores, that 12,000-point run is going to take this thing. David Small, pending world record of 13,350 at this tournament, coming in the course of the toe turns. And there it is, the toe back, toe front, feet to feet. Going into the 540s, there's a 5 to the back, 5 front, 5 back, reverse, 5 front, reverse, beautiful skiing. 1 foot turn to the back, came to the grief on the 1 foot turn to the front.
Yeah, hello water right there. I mean, it was that, like you said, Richard, the one did a great job with the 540 turns, hitting all 4 of the toe turns at feet to feet to start it out were sweet, and then the one turn he had a 1 foot 180 turn to the back, and on that front it came up and bit him. He went down hard right there.
Yeah, we'll pass it down to Brett Sands on the dock there. You got Jackson Gerard, Brett?
Yeah, where's Jackson? Jackson, come on down, mate. Jacko. Jackson, come on up, mate. Not quite what you wanted, mate, to get back in that overall race for the lead, but pretty solid run, mate. Still 11,000 plus. How did it feel out there?
Felt amazing. I mean, the water's a little bit chippy, which just makes it a little bit more challenging. I mean, out here competing against Keith St. Ange, David Small, it's all just a humongous challenge.
And you've had a pretty good tournament overall, especially with guys like that, mate. You're only a kid. We know you're going to be around for many years to come, you know, 20, 22, 24. You've probably got 5 or 6 more worlds in you at least, you know. But I guess the experience with those guys has been amazing. Have you learnt something from those guys?
Oh, yes, sir. I mean, they brought me straight up. I mean, these are the guys that have, taught me how to barefoot water ski and everything else. And here I am competing against them.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, how old are you, Jacko? 16? 15 years old in a World Men Trick Final. Sitting on the podium in the overall at the moment. We've got a bit of jumping and slalom to go. He's your new world overall junior champion. He's done it again. Jackson Gerard, everyone, Team USA.
Well, Brett, we got a provisional score for David Small of 5,200 points. That's what I calculated on the way down. This is a close race. It could be Ben Groen in the gold medal position. We got provisional for Jackson Gerard of only 20 points ahead of Ben. It's got to get through the trailer. This is going to be a very, very tight race for the gold medal.
Yeah, it's crazy, Richard, really. I was down there with Ben then. Everyone's looking around. David fell on that trick. I thought one of the 5s wasn't great, and I thought he might have lost a couple of thousand, about 1,500 points in that run, and that sounds like what's happened. And I don't know whether Dave's standard run here is going to work, so you might see something pretty special here for him to take the gold medal in tricks. He might load a run up and do something pretty amazing, but he's going to have to do it, getting Benny Groen with 12-2 off the dock early.
We have a increase in score here for Keith St. Ange. His provisional was 99.30, and in and out of the judges' trailer, he got his score boosted. So congratulations, Keith St. Ange, 10,530. 10,530 final trick points for Keith St. Ange.
We got David Small, final pass, provisional 5,200 on the way down. He's going to need high 7,000 points. There's a toe start, nice and clean, easy. I think he's doing a provisional turn to the back. There he is, going into the back-to-back 720, reverse back-to-back 7. He's on axis. He's skiing well. Line step 360, reverse line step 360. Woo, just fell out of it. Not sure on that. Step to the back, step to the front. This is anyone's game now. 1 foot reverse. David Small, Great Britain, your current world record holder at 13,350 points. We're going to have to wait and see. This is going to be such a close race.
This is really going to be interesting, Richard. I saw the 7s coming. I thought, here it is. He's just locking it up. Well, then he went for it was a line step to the back, and he looked like his foot hit the rope and threw him off a little bit. He ended up butting it out to save it, and it ate up some good time in his run. So I'm not sure where he's going to end up. He did get a line step or a turn there at the end in time. I saw after the recovery. So he was still scoring points, but it seemed to break up the flow and definitely took points off the table for David Small.
Wow, Dave Small getting out of the water, dripping wet.
Yeah.
We got a provisional score of about 8,200. That could definitely go up. We've seen Keith go up 8,200. Brett, you're down on the dock with David.
Yeah, I've got Dave Small here. I'm just asking him how much of a lead has he got in the overall. Can they beat him in slalom and jump? And he just goes, oh, I don't know. But anyway, how was it out there, Dave? It just seemed like everyone today, probably apart from Ben, had a bit of a problem, and Ben had a little bit of a problem on his second run just at the end, but it just seemed like everyone was just a little unsettled today. Was it different than the other days?
Have you seen the size of Ben? Look at him, he can ski through anything. Yeah. No, it's fine. A little bit windy, a little bit chippy, but Ben was the best guy.
Yeah, he did it well. I thought 12-2 off the dock first up was going to be you know, with the pressure on, and you know the boys they're all chasing you. I think he had that in his court, to be honest. You know, there wasn't like, I'm going to go out and win tricks. Those guys had to nail it to try and wheel you in the overall. I reckon that might have had a bearing on it as well, you think?
Yeah, quite possibly. I know that Jackson had to trick about 14.3, Keith 13, so they were pushing, but I just skied pretty shitty.
Dave Small is our current world overall champ, guys. He's currently in the lead. Don't leave, though, because we've got a slalom and jump final coming up shortly, along with the women. And I think there's a couple of guys still in touch. Thank Dave. Awesome job.
Well, Brett, down in Start Duck there, we got some information out of the scorer's trailer. Jackson Gerard's run has gone up substantially. He's got a 12,750 point run out of the scorer's trailer.
Yeah, if that provisional sticks, hard to say with David Small, but, you know, Keith St. Ange might be on the podium here now.
We'll have to wait and see, but it does look like the three that potentially are going to be on the podium over 10,000 points would be, you know, Jackson Gerard, Ben Groen, and Keith St. Ange. All right, I think we're going to have a little bit of a break in the action. We're going to switch some towboats out. I don't know if there's going to be an official break, but I would say that if you want to go for a bathroom break, if you want to get some food out of the food truck we have, you want to socialize a little bit, then take a little bit of a break. We'll give you a fair warning announcement when the next event's going. The next event is going to be the women's slalom finals. So the women's slalom finals up next. We're eagerly waiting to get these finalized scores out of the trailer, but right now, Gus, it looks like Jackson Gerard, at 15 years old, is going to be the world trick champion.
Yeah, it looks that way. I'll tell you, it was pretty exciting to see. You know, you showed up earlier in the week, Richard. You awarded that world record to Jackson Gerard at 12,800, I believe, 50 points. And then we saw David come out right here in the preliminary rounds and ski a 13,350 world record that was actually ratified on site here. So, things change quickly in that event with this group of guys, and I'm sure that ceiling's just going to continue to go up.
Oh, you're going to see Jackson Gerard. The other guy's capable of too, but the new name on the block, the new phenom here, Jackson Gerard, going over 10,000 points every time he hits the water. You're going to see him raise that bar up higher and higher every time he skis. He's only 15. He's got like 6, 7, 8 world championships left in him if he chooses to push it. I think you're going to see him hit the 15,000 point mark.
Yeah, and he's certainly done that at 14 and change. We've seen that, I think, twice out of him, once at the U.S. Nationals, and I believe he's done it one other time, maybe went over 14,000. So, yeah, he's, like you say, 15, 16 years old. He's got a lot of time ahead of him to continue to push that record, take it back over from David, who had it before he broke it, and it was approved at 12,850. Now David's taking it back. So those two are going to be battling it out to see who ends up with the record here in the coming years.
You bet. Well, what an exciting men's trick final. Very, very close with, especially the scores, the provisional scores coming out of the trailer. But Keith St. Ange right now at 10,530. Ben Groen, 11,330. And Jackson Gerard at 12,750. Substantial lead over the other two.
And we did get the score out of the trailer for David Small, and it is bumped up quite a bit. 9,850 points for David Small. So I want to congratulate Keith St. Ange, USA. You're our bronze medalist in the trick event, Open Men's. Congratulations, Ben Groen, with 11,330 points. From New Zealand, you are silver medalist. And your Open Men's trick champion for the 2018 World Barefoot Waterski Championships with 12,750 points. Congratulations, USA's Jackson Gerard.
Great job. Yeah, we're going to have a bit of a short break. Everybody can, bathroom break, get a drink, go to the food truck trailer, have some fries, have a burger. They're probably still serving a bit of a breakfast meal over there. But anyway, we're going to get into the open women's slalom. First, we're going to do a flag parade, open women's slalom, very shortly.
The open women's slalom competitors for this group, please report to the starting dock area with your flags, your country's flags. Immediately, please. The keepers of the country flags, please bring them down to the starting dock for the flag ceremony. We're going to bring the skiers of this group out for introductions shortly. We have a full day of entertainment here after the skiing today from 3:30 to 5 p.m. at the stage on site. We're going to have the Chicken Wire Band. And then this evening from 5 to 7:30, we'll have the closing ceremony banquet where we'll hand out the team awards and also we'll hand out the open division awards as well, and also the senior and junior overall awards for the skiing that took place this week. From 7:30 to 9, we're going to have the 80s Enough Band at the stage. From 9 to 9:30, there'll be a fireworks show over the lake. And then we'll close it out tonight with a heck of a party at the stage. The Furley's Band is going to start playing at 9:30. So hope you can all join us for the festivities on site here today at Dream Lake, beautiful Napanee, Ontario, Canada.
We've recently